In my last video, I gave Forza Horizon 4 a lot of slack, and in today's video I wanted to make up for that by giving a video that is much more positive about the game. So in this video I'm going to go over my top 10 favorite cars in Forza Horizon 4. This game continues to have one of the best car lists that I've seen in any racing video game to date. So this list is going to be going from my 10th favorite car all the way up to number 1, which will be my favorite car. And in the comment section down below, please let me know your favorite cars in Forza Horizon 4, as I'd love to hear them. Starting off with number 10, we have the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C63S Coupe. This car has been a super fun blast for cruising around the map, drifting. It's a very cool car to drift, very easy to drift. I have mine tuned to 705 horsepower, as well as 673 pound-feet of torque, and coming in at 3,975 pounds. This car actually hides its weight very well, even though it is a quite heavy vehicle. Handling is very well balanced and excellent, although it does favor oversteer quite a bit. Number 9, we have the Lamborghini Huracan Performante. This car has 659 horsepower, 462 pound-feet of torque, while weighing only 3,017 pounds. This is probably my favorite supercar in the game, as it's very easy to drive, super well balanced, no real oversteer or understeer issues with this car. Apart from it looking absolutely fantastic, it also sounds incredible as well. Not to mention it is incredibly quick in a straight line. Number 8, we have the 1991 BMW E30 M3. This car is one of my favorites for just cruising around the map. I personally swapped in the 3.2 liter inline 6 with 341 horsepower and 274 pound-feet of torque, and the car only weighs 2,848 pounds. This car is a blast to drive, as it's one of the not super high horsepower cars on this list, so it makes it very easy to wring out the engine while not getting crazy amounts of wheel spin and oversteer issues. It's a very easy car to drive. And when you want to get sideways at low speeds, the back end breaks away at much lower speeds and is much easier to control than a car with a lot more higher horsepower, which requires much higher speed in order to break in the rear. Number 7, we have a car that I actually own in real life, the 2014 Ford Fiesta ST. Now, I wanted to get this car to exactly as close as I could to my car in real life. My car is also a 2014 Fiesta ST in this same green envy color with 197 horsepower and 202 pound-feet of torque. While obviously they can't replicate a car exactly in real life in terms of handling in a Forza game, they get some of the magic bits right. Just like in the Fiesta ST in real life, it loves to get a little bit of lift-off oversteer, and it's just a blast. It only weighs around 2,700 pounds in real life, and this lightweight really means that this car is a recipe for corner carving goodness. I love the car to death in real life, and I love it in Forza Horizon 4 as well. Number 6, we have the 2018 Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE. With 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, this thing is without a doubt a straight line monster. And while its 3,616 pound curb weight might seem pretty high, this car hides its weight better than most cars you will ever drive. With massive sticky race tires on the car and a bunch of other handling modifications that I put on, this thing corners like nothing that you would ever expect from an old school muscle car. Not to mention the sound of a supercharged V8 with a 6-speed manual transmission is just pure heaven. Next up at number 5, we have the 2020 Chevrolet C8 Corvette. Mine is tuned to 554 horsepower with 525 pound-feet of torque and weighing 3,505 pounds. So like the Camaro, the Corvette is no lightweight. However, the Corvette handles much better than the Camaro does when it comes to low speed corners. When it comes to high speed, the downforce of the Camaro has much better grip than the Corvette. However, the Corvette feels so nimble at low speeds because of the mid-engine layout. And in my opinion, it actually is really easy to get the C8 Corvette to drift. as having that engine in the back has so much more weight on the rear tires, and it actually feels even easier to control than the Camaro. So personally, I love the C8 Corvette. Number 4, we have my personal favorite drift car in the game, the 2016 Cadillac CTSV. Now mine is nowhere even close to stock. It has 884 horsepower, 765 pound-feet of torque, while weighing 3,924 pounds. The combination of the super high horsepower with a really long wheelbase and a good amount of grip at the front and rear makes this thing so good for cornering higher speed corners and drifting, and it doesn't matter what the speed, low speed, high speed, drifting, this thing can do it all. You can get some pretty crazy angle with this car, even with a stock like race suspension, and it really is incredible for drifting. I highly recommend, if you're new to drifting and you're trying to learn out how to manage oversteer in the game, I highly recommend you try the CTSV. Number 3, we have the 2013 Audi RS4 Avant. I have mine set at 458 horsepower and 327 pound-feet of torque, while weighing 3,995 pounds. I personally got rid of the RS4 body kit and I put on the body kit of a more tame S4, and I think it really suits the character of the Avant so well, while having this incredible V8 that revs to over 8,000 RPM. It looks like something you could very easily daily drive. I have mine painted in red with the stock wheels and just lowered a bit, and I think that is the perfect look for an underrated sleeper wagon like this. Handles brilliantly too if you put on a set of race tires. Number 2, we have the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. Now this car is very hard to find, and it was only available for a few seasons every once in a while. However, it is a blast to drive and has so much more grip than you would expect from a front-wheel drive car. 306 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque is a recipe for it handling and accelerating like no other car of its class. Handling is top-notch in the Civic Type R. At high-speed maneuvers, there's plenty of downforce to keep the rear end of the car planted, and it truly handles excellently. At number 1, we have the recently released Ford Shelby GT500. This is my personal dream car in real life. I am obsessed with this engine and transmission combination, as it's just a total game changer when it comes to American muscle cars. Mine in game is tuned to 950 horsepower with 734 pound-feet of torque, and it is a rocket ship in a straight line. It'll easily break the tires loose even in third gear. At 100 miles an hour, it is a monster. It weighs 4,105 pounds, but you would never feel it because this thing handles incredibly well. Because the version in-game is the track pack version of the GT500, you have a huge wing on the back of the car, which gives you plenty of downforce for taking on really high-speed corners. So not only is this thing stupid quick in a straight line, it handles incredibly well as well. I highly recommend you go out and get the GT500 while you still can. Alright guys, so that's it for my list of my top 10 favorite cars in Forza Horizon 4. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please let me know in the comments and leave a like on the video. And if you could subscribe to the channel, it would be so much appreciated as well. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.